It is time to set some goals for the month of May. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new, welcome. My name is Tracy and I am a girl with plans. I know that there are tons of videos out there that you could choose to watch right now. So I really want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for pressing that play button on this particular video. It really does mean a lot. And if you find that you enjoy it, please remember to hit that like button. All right, y'all. So it's time to talk goals. And I am usually so excited about like goal planning and goal setting, but things have not been going that great. So I'm a little like, I feel like it's going to be kind of like deja vu as far as like my April goals, which I never even looked at after I set them. So we're going to try to think positive and create some basic and simple May goals that hopefully I can check off. So here were my April goals. Look how pretty this page is. I did kind of keep these pretty basic too, but for those of you that are new to my channel, I actually went on vacation in the month of March. I was gone for like 2.5 weeks. So pretty much the whole month of March was kind of based around vacation, because vacation started kind of like almost at the middle of the month all the way to the end. So the beginning of the month was all about prepping for vacation, finishing up some last minute things at work, and pretty much everything else went by the wayside. So then when I started April, I was like, okay, I need to take it back to the basics because I'm getting back from vacation, but then there's Go Wild. So I try to keep it simple. Then I got back from Go Wilds and I got sick. So pretty much none of this got done. None of it. I did read, but none of the other stuff got done. So I think we're going to pretty much be doing a redo, but I might even make this a little bit simple. I am going to take these out and I'm going to take my Q2 goal page out so I can just refresh of what my goals are for the quarter, for the second quarter. Here's my Q2 goals. So I do not do annual goals. I do quarterly goals. And the reason why is I feel like life changes pretty rapidly. And I just feel like if I do annual goals, those aren't always the goals that I want to achieve by the end of the year. They just change. Your goals change. Your life changes. So that's why I do quarterly goals. And I also keep them very simple. Now, I am currently using a Girl with Goals Happy Planner extension pack, which unfortunately is sold out on the Happy Planner site. It is an older extension pack. It's an hourly layout. I will just show you that really quick in case you are new. So this is an actual journal page, but this is kind of the start of the hourly layout with this particular extension pack. I really like it for my goal planning. I'll talk about how I use this as I get into my goals, because I already know one of my goals is going to be to utilize this. But this page right here is typically the back page of this particular month. So it usually goes right here. It's kind of the quote unquote currently page. However, I take it out and put it opposite of this page, which is usually toward the beginning of the month. So that way I can have room for anywhere up to 10 categories. I do not typically do 10 categories, but at least I have the option. I already had this extension pack in my stash, and that's why I'm using it. Now, I created these little stickers that are headers for my goal categories off of Canva. I found little icons, and then I used text just to write over it. It was part of Canva Pro. But I did that, and then I just kind of sized them to kind of fit into these boxes. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put them all down. I was kind of toying with not doing each category this particular month, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. Maybe there'll only be one goal per category. We'll see. But let me just go ahead and pop these in, and then we'll just go ahead and get started. All right. There we go. I popped everything on here. So if these look familiar, these are similar to like the Moxie Life and other like Cultivate What Matters types of goal setting categories. I did break apart friends and family and social, because social is just getting out and being social in the world. It does not necessarily mean hanging out with friends and family. It just means getting out of my house. Also, like, I might even include like dating and stuff in the whole social aspect for now. So that is kind of the difference there. And as someone who is a homebody and kind of an introvert, I find the need to actually break those two apart. The one thing that's missing from here is physical health. And I usually have a category on here, but I had been doing them separately, separate goals for physical health, or yeah, physical health in my actual physical and mental health planner / journal. So I'm not going to do that here anymore. All right. I think we just need to go ahead and get started. Now, I don't think I'm going to be fancy with bullet points or anything. I'm just going to keep it simple because we need to get some moving, right? So, all right. So personal growth and development. All right. So just to kind of refresh, my Q2 goals were to incorporate more productivity into my AM, evening, and PM routines, continue with daily time tracking, restart Duolingo, and continue with my daily reading. I'm going to change some things up here. Reading. I'm no longer going to have that in my personal growth and development. I do think in some aspects, like, there are going to be times where I'm going to want to read some more like self-help type books, and I think that might go here. But I'm going to actually move that to my mental wellness category, my reading, and I'll get to that when I get to that category. So I'm going to move that out of the category. Duolingo, I'm not going to put in this category either at the moment. I might move that to work and learning, or I might just kind of all together for this month. I do need to get back into it. But I'm keeping things simple on things that I have to get done. And the one thing I really need to get back into as far as personal development is what I was talking about when I was talking about using, things are sticking to my planner. When I was talking about using the hourly layout. And when I first started using this particular planner, I wasn't sure how I was going to use this. And then I initially was like, you know what, for the first few weeks of the year, I was going to write down at the end of the day or the next morning everything that I did the day before to kind of track my time. And then I realized this is something that I need to keep doing because I feel like I'm not a super busy person, but then once I started tracking my time, I started realizing that's wrong. Because a lot of times what we end up thinking of, I don't want that to hit my thing, sorry. But what we think about is like activities or events when we think about being busy. But we don't think about it like mundane day-to-day tasks that could keep us busy all day, every day. So writing them in an actual planner after the fact has been very helpful for me, and it has been eye-opening, and it has kind of helped me rein in some of my to-dos as well as my goals. Because I will tell you what goes on that particular planner after the fact, when I write down what I did everything the day before, is a lot longer than my catch-all planner when I plan out what I'm going to do each day. So it just goes to show you that you don't always think about everything that you do. Like, you look at your day and you're like, oh, I just wasn't productive today. But in fact, you were, if you sit down and think about all those mundane activities that you just have to do during the day. So I need to get back into doing that. And I just call that time tracking, for a lack of a better phrase. I could probably make that sound so much more exciting, but my brain is not working. And I haven't been able to do that all year, come up with something more that sounds fancier than that. So I'm going to just say daily time tracking. And that's something I have not done since February. And if I'm being honest, this is not something I really need to do every day. If I skip a day or two, it's fine. I just kind of want to get a general idea of how my days are looking. I would love to do it every day, but realistically, I'm not really in the planner every day, so it's fine, but I'm gonna still put daily time tracking. So one of my big goals is to incorporate more productivity into primarily my AM and my PM routines. So that means that when I wake up in the mornings, I kind of want to do something before I start working for the day. I don't know what that is yet. Still haven't figured it out. You guys that have seen these goal setting videos, it sounds like a broken record, but one day I'm going to do it. And then my evening routine, I feel like I'm kind of getting there with the evening routine, but I need to be a little bit better. So how about this month I focus on my PM routine? Because I feel like the AM routine, I kind of need to, but I'm still a little bit under the weather. I know it's still the beginning of the month and hopefully I'll be good in a few days. But I'm just going to say focus on the PM routine. And you know what, guys? That's all I'm going to do. I'm done. And I do think I need bullet points there because they look like one big sentence. So I keep all of my highlighters that match these colors over here in one big, and one of my, this is a Notique pen case that I've actually purchased a while ago. Okay. So there we go. Not very much of a difference. I'm just taking it even more basic than I did before because I feel like I'm kind of starting over. I feel like I've had a 2-month break from goals, from life in general, if I'm being honest. All right, so fun and adventure. Y'all, this is my birthday month. This is my birthday month. So I need to do something for my birthday. I do. And I am, I'm not a spring chicken. And a lot of times when you're not a spring chicken and you don't have like a milestone birthday, you're just kind of like, it's just another birthday. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of want to do something. It doesn't have to be big, but I want to do something. So I want to say do something for my birthday. It's toward the end of the month, so I have a little bit of time. It is like on a Tuesday. But it doesn't have to be on my birthday. It just has to be in honor of my birthday. Okay. And then I want to say weekend outings. Now, I mentioned this before. When it comes to fun and adventure, family and friends, and social, I do have all of these separated out, but they will overlap. Weekend outings I could do with friends. Weekend outings can also count as social. So they definitely overlap, but hey, who cares? Having the categories sometimes helps me think about my goals a little bit more when I'm trying to set them. I have not done any really pre-planning for this. I'm kind of coming up with this on a whim. Okay, so now I'm going to look at family and friends for the quarter. Schedule outings with my parents, schedule dinner with friends, I say more than twice a month, schedule a friends trips, and reach out weekly to friends. So there's a couple of staples that need to be here every single month and pretty much every single week. So like I need to reach out to friends weekly, so I need to do that. All right, I'm putting friends because I don't want to limit it to one. But I really need to do that. Just like check in. How you doing? Things like that. So for family and friends, I do need to do an outing with my parents. And that doesn't include dinner. I want to do something and I'm going to have to do something. And I mentioned, I believe it might have been during my quarterly setup. And I know my mom watches these videos, so me saying out loud, hopefully we'll do it. I really want to go to our Metro Zoo. So I'm hoping that there'll be like a nice weather day that we can do that because they've never been. And it's kind of cool. It's small, but it's kind of cool. And then I need to do dinner with friends or schedule, let's just say schedule an outing with friends. I did 2+ outings, but the fact is, because it's my birthday month, I probably should do more than that because, you know, people will make time when they know it's your birthday month, right? Have y'all noticed that? They feel obligated. So I probably should make that more, but we'll see. All right, social. This one, I'm going to keep this pretty basic. Oh, just dropped my highlighter. All right, so this one I'm going to just say, actually, I need that. So I'm saying getting out of the house 2 times a week, but I kind of want to make sure, I want to do a social event. I want to do a social event. So not necessarily dinner. I don't know what that means, but I think it's funny when I'm like, I don't know what that means, but yeah, I want to do a social event. Something that's not dinner with friends. Maybe like a winery or maybe a like festival and all that or something like that. I don't know. Where there's like a chance to mingle with people I don't know. I think that's more what I mean. Financial. This one, so I'm filming this very late on the 1st, very late. It's probably almost the 2nd. So I need to do a low spend craft month. I don't even want to say less than 50. Let's do less than 40. I don't really want to spend anything, but I just spent $10 on some Tombos today. And today's the 1st, so there we go. I need to do spend tracking. And basically, I don't really have a budget planner. I have a like financial tracker. Everything I have is like, I have a catch-all planner and I have a social media planner. Everything else are trackers. And basically all I do is just track my spending. So I track everything after the fact again, and hopefully that will encourage me to spend less money. So I don't really need to budget. That will like scare me into spending less money. And then the final thing I have to do, and this is not a part of my goals, but it's something I have to do, is open enrollment FSA for flex spend. And that's like not really a goal, but I need to put it there. It's something I know I'll check off. It's open enrollment for my work, for insurance, and I have to do my flex spending account. And this is my disclaimer, not my disclaimer, my PSA, my public service announcement. If you have flex spending at work, which is medical spending account, definitely look into it because it takes out like a certain amount of your paycheck. Like it'll take like $40 out of paycheck, and it's like pre-taxed. So it equates to maybe like $34 out of your actual paycheck because it's pre-tax. And you can use it for all of your medical expenses, like prescriptions, medical, and everything like that. And like, y'all, I max that out like literally in the first 6 months, all the time. I don't know that I need it 3 for home, but that's my PSA for flex spending if you have that with your employer. All right, so now we are at home. Y'all, I haven't done anything for my home. Nothing. Because like I said, with vacation, go wild, and getting sick, I have had no time. So I need to do all of my flower beds. I'll put flower bed maintenance. I need to schedule my AC tune-up. And y'all, spring cleaning. It's soon going to be summer cleaning. I've got to start on that. My allergies are like, I'm still having sinus issues. Allergies are not letting up. The pollen is really irritating me because it's not letting me do all the things. But yeah. All right. For work and learning, this is where I'm going to put Duolingo. I'm just going to say get back on schedule with Duolingo. As part of my weekly action plans, I'll hopefully do one a week. I'm going to start my weekly action plans next week. But right now, I just need to get back on schedule with it. Because I fell off schedule starting in March. So I need to get back onto that. And then I really need to get back into my a girl with plans type world and figuring out scheduling and figuring out everything like that. So I just need to sit down and kind of, I don't know. All right, so I'm just putting, like, for my social media type stuff, I need to evaluate and coordinate goals and tasks. I need to set up some monthly goals. I have really been falling off on the wayside with a lot of this stuff. I don't want to put a lot of pressure on myself, but I also don't want to, like, let it fall. Like I'm letting other stuff fall, because it's something I really, really enjoy, and I don't want to get out of it because I really feel like it actually is good for my mental health. So it is something I want to prioritize. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm putting that there. All right, y'all, mental wellness. Okay. So for mental wellness, the first thing I'm going to do is I mentioned that I was going to move from personal growth and development, continue daily reading. That was part of that, because it kind of, like, a lot of times when you watch goal setting, they always put reading a lot of times in the personal growth and development type category. Like a lot of hobbies and stuff will go there. I'm going to put it under mental wellness, because for me, I'm finding that, yes, I enjoy reading, but for me, it's really big part of my self-care in regards to stress release. And it also helps with just my overall well-being, because I'm reading instead of scrolling social media and things like that. So I really feel like I need to put that here. And I put in parentheses or almost daily, because I don't really want to say 31 days out of 31 days. It just needs to be like an effort to kind of read regularly. I really do need to focus on self-care. And that was part of my quarterly goals. It's to journal, schedule, and budget for self-care. And when I say schedule and budget, it's more like massages, like things that you kind of just invest in yourself type things. And then meditation and regular digital detox. So digital detox is kind of part of this reading. I definitely need to journal regularly. And at this point, I don't have to journal with words. I can just journal with like doodles or junk journaling or anything. I just need to spend time kind of putting something on paper, just to kind of, again, as part of self-care. And then I really do need to do meditation. We're just going to start meditating, and then as part of my my weekly actions, that's when I might start putting a number on it. All right, y'all. All right, so I do have stickers somewhere that I can make this cute, but I'm not going to do it on camera. I feel like those of you who come in to watch a goal setting video, come to watch a goal setting video, but I'll just show you April's again to show you, like, I have stickers that have, like, May goals. I think I do, or maybe I have to print them. So I'll cover that up, and then I might add some stickers. I might not. I don't know. But those are my monthly goals. I told you I was going to keep it simple. I still kind of stayed on track with my quarter two, but I did go very, very simple with quarter two, just because I knew that 2 of the 4 months was going to be 2 of the 3 months, right? I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. Yeah, because March really isn't part of quarter two. I'm confusing myself. Basically, April was going to be kind of a wash. So I did go pretty simple with my quarterly goals. But y'all, we're going to do a little bit of a bonus. So normally I will film a completely separate video for my fitness and wellness goals. However, because everything's been kind of thrown off this month, I'm going to do it as part of this video. Now, I did a setup of my temporary fitness and wellness tracker. I say temporary because, hey, that looked like that broke. Because this I am only going to be using through till the end of June, if I can stick with it that long. But I definitely wanted to try bullet journaling for that because I like having all of my fitness and wellness on one page. You can see I started filling this out, but I haven't even filled it out for today yet. So I need to do that. A lot of times I do go back at the end of the day or the next day and fill out my fitness and wellness, because some of this stuff I do keep track of on my phone, like my Apple Watch stats obviously are on my phone because it's on my watch. My meals are in my Fitness Pal as far as my macros. So it's just more like transferring the stuff here. I did not keep track of my energy levels today, but they were okay. Okay, we're talking about goals, not that. All right, so for goals, I have 3 boxes here. And the reason why, and they're a lot smaller, because let me show you my goals for last month, y'all. I'm keeping things simple because when y'all see this, you're going to be like, what? That was my goal set up for the month of April. Here's my 3 categories. I have vitamins. I have that as a separate category because it's something that I really, really need to do. And I don't really want to include it as part of my overall wellness. I want to include it because there's just different vitamins I need to take. Then I have my fitness, and then I have my nutrition. So, and my nutrition is kind of part of my overall well-being and stuff like that. My mental wellness goals, which are in my regular goals journal, it's kind of where I talk about stress and stuff like that. So even though I do track that in here, a lot of my goals are more kind of centered on my physical than my mental as far as in this particular journal. So I'm going to do the same thing. And y'all, a lot of these are going to be the same. As far as my vitamins, they are going to be identical. And basically, I don't really need to go over that with you guys because they're very personal to each person. My vitamins are doctor recommended. So what she wants me to take as far as vitamins, as far as supplements, are all things that she has strongly suggested I take. So I really need to be on the ball with it, but I have not. But I'm going to jot them down really fast here. So I got my vitamins out the way. You can see I've already pre-decorated this. I actually pre-decorated this page when I did this page. Like I said, I did a setup video of this. I believe it went out on Wednesday. But I used the new Wildly Chic sticker book from Live La Posh. You can use my discount code AGWP10 to save 10%. It goes on sale Friday the 3rd at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Just got to do a shameless plug there. All right, so now let's talk about fitness. This one's going to be a little tough because the one thing I really, really, really wanted to do this quarter was start doing my outdoor walks. I can't even start thinking about that until all of my sinus stuff goes away. Just because I think tree pollen's going to stop, and that'll help me a little bit. But I don't even want to get out there and be out there just taking walks when all this is going on. But hopefully this will clear up in like a week or so, and maybe I can start doing 1 or 2 a week. I'll add that into my action steps, even if I don't put that here. But that is something I really want to do. But I need to start working out again because, again, that's pretty much been non-existent for the past 2 months. So I'm going to try to start out by doing... let's just start out by saying I want to move daily, but I want to do 2 strength a week. And that doesn't have to be strength with weights. Eventually, I'm going to get to doing 3 strength training, probably at least 2 with weights a week. And I think I want to start that by the end of this month, because I used to do like 3 body pump classes a week. I would like to get back to that level, but it's because I've been out of things. If I do like a bar class or something like that, I'm going to count that as strength. So I at least want to do 2 of those a week. I definitely want to do at least 1 yoga type class a week. And then I need to do, let's try to do 2 cardio classes a week. Now I'm hoping to do more. This is like minimum. So this is like, so I can check it off. So I want to do 2 cardio classes a week. And then I definitely need to stretch. Don't I always say I need to do that daily? So, I'm going to put on there again, stretch daily. We know we don't do it, but I'm going to do it. Okay. And then here's going to be nutrition. All right. So I had been gluten-free for a while. I don't have celiac. I just have like a sensitivity to the gluten, but, obviously, I have fallen off of that wagon as well. And now with my birthday coming up and my mom wants some cupcakes from like a bakery. And she's like, oh, you got to have at least one. But I'm going to try to get back into that. So I'm going to start incorporating gluten-free. But I'm going to put start gluten-free again. I need to decrease my sugar intake. Here I am talking about cupcakes. I'm like, decrease my sugar intake. And probably like I need to get back. This is probably should have been my first one, is I need to meal plan and prep. That will always be on here, y'all. And then I think finally, we're keeping it simple, y'all. We are keeping it simple. I'm going to get back into making this a little bit more in depth. For example, I do have my macros here. I don't know that I'm going to force myself to always fill them out. I haven't been doing it anyway, so I haven't been forcing myself anyway. But like for the month of April, which again, I did not do any of this stuff, but it was like I wanted to have 1 serving of veggies per meal. See, I've already just reduced that to increase my veggie intake. I wanted fruit as a snack daily. I probably should do that, but we'll see. Maybe I just won't put that on here. My water intake has been pretty good. I'm trying to cut out anything other than water, so that kind of brings up my water level. I had no processed sugar 80% of the time. That was one of my April goals. Decrease my dairy intake. That probably should be on there. And decrease my gluten. And then I had balanced meals, track macros, and then meal plan and meal prep on my meals. So it's not like a lot different, but it's a little bit more basic than what I had the previous month. So there we go. That was kind of, that's my meal planning. That's my goals, y'all. Taking it back. Nothing, like I said, if you've seen my goal setting videos, nothing earth shattering here, nothing kind of outside the norm. I'm just kind of taking it back and trying to be a little basic with my goals for this month. The only exception to that is probably home, because these are things I have to do or I need to do if I want to get them done. Just because as the seasons change and it gets hotter, some of this stuff I'm not going to be able to get done. So that's why that is pretty much pressing, but everything else is pretty simple. However, I do want to note, even though it's simple doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Just because some of these things are just a little bit, takes me outside of my comfort zone, or they aren't things that I'm really excited about. So when those things happen, I kind of put them on the back burner. That's why I am kind of writing them on here to kind of keep them in the forefront. But there we go. I definitely want to get back into doing these. I'm definitely, going to try to get back into doing some weekly action steps. Plan with me type videos. Is even plan with me? Is there more like goal setting with me? I don't know. At least 1 or 2 a month, just to try to keep myself accountable and maybe help some of you guys too. Maybe you are doing this stuff with me. And I did look at the calendar, and May 31st is on a Friday. So if I can figure out how to go live, we might try a live one of these for the month of June. I really, really want to do it this month too, something this month, but With me coughing and sneezing, I like to edit that out of videos. So that's why I did not do a live goal setting this month, but I might try to do a live video soon. So definitely be on the lookout for my community tab for that. But fingers crossed, maybe I'll be able to do one for June. All right, guys, I don't know why I just shut that. We can just keep it on as I do my like sign off, right? All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really do appreciate it for all of you tuning in, for all of your comments, for all of your support. So if I don't say it enough, because sometimes I forget, I do truly want to thank you all. And with that said, if you enjoyed this video, please hit this like button. And if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. All right, guys. As always, I hope you decide to come back and check out my other videos, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.